Well, hello, friends. You found this Stanley King Channel. All right, here we go. That's right. Here we go. Well, this is one of those days. Driving out. Go hit the desert. Was going 84 miles an hour. And I got lit up. Cops pulled me over, gave me a speeding ticket. I didn't even know I was going 84. I was rocking out, listening to music. And I thought this is going to be one of those kind of days. So my buddy Curry and I, we went out and hit Searchlight Hills. We attempted to find some trails that I know. I thought I knew them pretty well, and honestly, I never found them. So this is kind of like the Bermuda Triangle out here for Curry and myself. But we did discover our buddy Dennis Stevens' trails. I remember riding these with him, and I remember riding these with another buddy here in town, Daryl, who I think cut a lot of these in. Between the two of them, I've been on some rides out here in this section, and it's remote. There's no doubt about it. It's when you're riding the single tracks out here, it's kind of like the single tracks of yesteryear. You can see that these are your father's single tracks, not always my single tracks. And when you're cruising around, you just kind of don't know where you're going. There's old mine roads, and every once in a while you'll find the side-by-sides have attacked our single tracks. Somehow they got back in here. But we just rip it up and kind of look for whatever's there. And I just, honestly, I just can't remember everything. And I know I've been here. I know I've been on this trail before. It was probably 5-6 years ago. And I remember my buddy Dennis, he was cutting in a big loop, and we rode it. He did 2 loops, and he had some awesome stuff out here. I just don't remember how it's all tied together. But look at this. Nobody's ridden these tracks for probably 3 years. So, you know, here in Nevada, we get like 4 inches of rain maybe per year, so it's not a lot of rain and mostly just wind and sun. But you know, that's right there. You got Curry's track on it, and then mine, and then nobody's been there besides maybe an occasional donkey or coyote or whatever. And we just didn't really know where we were going, so we were ripping around, and then all of a sudden we looked up and thought, oh, there's our normal trail. Look at that. Look at the Colorado River down there. Isn't the sky just awesome? I had a hard time because I kept looking at the sky and thinking, what a beautiful day. It was like 55 degrees, and it's just crisp and nice, perfect dirt bike riding weather. Had to put 2 shirts on. It was a little chilly, but the dust was blowing away, and it was just one of those kind of just awesome days. Yeah, I'm kind of tipping my hat there to Curry because he got that Yamaha 450, and he got on that thing, got it all dialed in. He said he was dreaming about the suspension, dialed it in even more. He got the number 1 plate in Moran 50, we'll call it the mature group, 50 expert, M for mature. And man, all of a sudden he's just been turning that throttle lately, and I just watch him. It's like he takes off, and he just checks out. He's gone. I have never seen him faster on a bike than he is on that one. And now I just see the dust speck go further and further out in the desert, which is funny. But yeah, here we are. We got back on some of our, I guess you want to call it our usual secret single track, the one we actually know versus the Bermuda Triangle back there. And man, I was watching Curry, and he said, oh yeah, when we get to the fence line, we'll ride the fence line trail. And all of a sudden I saw him shoot off across the desert. I thought, man, this dude's not stopping. He just had that throttle hand on, and I thought, well, what the hell, I don't care. I love this trail, let's roll. So I didn't even know if I was gonna have enough gas to do the whole ride. We ended up doing 50 miles, and I just have I think it's a 2.2 gallon tank on my 300 XC. I thought, that's going to get close, but it looked like I still had about 3/4 of a gallon left when I was done. So doing pretty well with the gas, but man, Curry was just trucking, and I was you know, here I was like third, fourth gear. Once I got into fourth, I was really able to get in a great rhythm. We were just moving along across the desert floor. This was fun. Just the traction was great. The weather was great. It was like every time the sun was out, it was perfect. And when the sun went behind those clouds, it was like we had a solar eclipse or something. I was like, what the hell? I needed like a clear lens. I mean, it really got dark all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden the sun would pop back out, and it was perfect. But it's November, what is it here? November 16th. So the sun's going down earlier. We were out there at 1 o'clock, and it felt like 4 o'clock to me. It was amazing. But look how nice this trail is. If you want to know where this one is, you're gonna have to ride with this. I don't keep map files of anything. It's just kind of all in my head. And as you could hear from earlier, when I was in the Searchlight Hills, clearly the hard drive doesn't work so well upstairs, so I couldn't even remember how to get on the trails that we'd been on 5 years ago. So after a couple years, I just kind of forget. But Buddy Genghis has got to memorize, and I got to head back out with him, and he's got to show me again. But this one I definitely know. You know, we ride this one maybe once a month in spring and fall, in the winter time, and it's just fun. I mean, you can just crack the throttle and just haul. There's a ton of whoops, but once you're in fourth gear, you just let the front tire just skip off them and let the back tire do its deal, and you're just zipping along the desert floor. It's really nice. Sometimes it's a little bit of lava, sometimes it's kind of sandy, sometimes it's a bit of clay. It goes back and forth. And I was sitting at the dinner table at night, and I was kind of rubbing my arm, thinking back on the day and talking, and all of a sudden, boom, I pulled out a big old cactus, and I remember hitting that damn thing. I don't know, if you ride desert, you know what I'm talking about. Those cactus just bury in there, and all of a sudden they surprise you, and you're like, what is that? All of a sudden, zoop, you pull it out. Now look at this one. This is definitely your grandpa's single track here. I don't know if these guys are still around who cut this one in. This looks like an old race course or something that nobody's been on for probably 7, 8, 10 years. It's crazy, but all right, guys. Well, that's the ride for the day, the Searchlight Hills. Beautiful ride with Curry. We had a good time out there. Remember, if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel, and if you're a subscriber, you know, welcome back. It's great to have you as part of the family, and great you're here at the Stanley King Channel. All right, guys, we'll see you out on the trail. Take it easy.